the cold welcome. The winter wind howled against the windows of the Miller mansion in upstate New York. Ethan had returned after 5 years of exile. At the dinner table, his father, Robert Miller, didn't offer a hug or a welcome. Instead, he dropped a bombshell. "I'm handing the entire legacy to your stepmother and Julian. You, Ethan, are being cut out completely." The mockery. His younger brother, Julian, smirked, swirling his expensive wine. "Don't take it personally, Ethan. You were always more interested in lines of code than profit margins. Leave the real world to the professionals." Ethan remained silent, his eyes fixed on his plate, a faint, unreadable smile playing on his lips. The departure, Ethan packed his old canvas bag that same night. As he reached the door, Robert shouted from the balcony, "You're leaving with nothing." Ethan didn't look back. He gripped his laptop tighter, the only weapon he needed to dismantle the Miller empire. The hidden empire. For 3 years, Ethan lived like a ghost in Silicon Valley. He founded Shadow Tech, a firm that operated through offshore layers. While the Millers thought they were winning new contracts, they were actually becoming dependent on software systems secretly owned and manipulated by Ethan. The financial collapse. Suddenly, the Miller Group's foundation began to crumble. Strategic partnerships vanished, and their stock price plummeted. Desperate for a bailout, Robert learned that a mysterious venture capitalist had quietly acquired 60% of their distressed debt. An emergency board meeting was called. The boardroom surprise. Robert and Julian sat in the boardroom, sweating under their expensive suits. The door swung open, and Ethan walked in, dressed in a sharp charcoal grey suit. Julian jumped up. "What are you doing here? This is for shareholders only." Ethan pulled out the head chair. "I am the shareholder," he said coldly. The revelation, Ethan tossed a thick file onto the mahogany table. "Shadow Tech is mine. I didn't just buy your debt. I bought your pride. Dad, you told me I'd amount to nothing. Today, nothing owns everything you ever built." Robert's face turned a ghostly shade of grey. The family drama, the room erupted. His stepmother began to wail about their lifestyle, and Julian tried to lung across the table, only to be restrained by Ethan's security. Ethan looked at them with clinical indifference. "I'm not doing this for the money," he whispered. "I'm doing this because of how you treated my mother." The new rules. Ethan didn't throw them onto the street. Instead, he forced Robert into a powerless retirement and demoted Julian to an entry-level mailroom position. "You wanted to be a professional, Julian," Ethan remarked. "Start from the bottom. Maybe you'll actually learn something this time." The quiet victory. The story ended where it began, at the Miller dining table. But this time, Ethan sat at the head. He looked at the empty seat where his father used to belittle him. The house was quiet, the revenge was clean, and for the first time in his life, Ethan felt he was finally home.